Uncover an explosive journey from love to turmoil, with astonishing revelations at every turn.
In the statement that he put out, he said that he just removed his ex-wife from the house. Because of that, there were some legal battles, and that was it. That's not what she says. She says that he would frequently abuse her. They grew up Jehovah's Witness. So in Jehovah's Witness, and I don't really know this, but this is from them. They're saying this. You'll get disfellowship if you like to have sex before marriage or anything like that. Well, they're young. They had sex. They got disfellowship. So she couldn't talk to anybody. She couldn't talk to her mom, her dad, no one. So she only had him. So they were forced to get married. They got married, but he was abusive the whole time. Physically abusive, says her. The night that he's talking about, she says that every time she would get off work and just want to relax, that's when he would bother her, which makes sense because that's what happens with me. Whenever I'm good with money, whenever I'm good, I got myself back together, he'll come and do something. Then he woke her up. She had on a wife beater with no bra on and some panties. He picked a fight with her about something random. She didn't even know what the hell was going on. She didn't even have her glasses on. And he beat her, took her out the house, kicked her out the house, threw her out, and locked the door. She said she had to walk from the house to a gas station in the freezing Ohio weather, freezing, and I've been to Ohio, it's so freaking cold, with panties on and a wife beater to call the police. Just
Can't go back and say I'm lying about any pressure I had.
They said he did that?
Any pressure I had. I don't know who all maybe has had a problem with me.
I was like, damn, because I watched my
in person, phone call, email. I'm a member. In the words of my good sister Caroline Bennett, I'm a member of the pull-up ministry. If I have an issue, we not ducking around none of that shit. We not finna. So I don't. There's nothing for me to come to y'all with that wasn't already resolved. So for the folks that's kind of lingering and still looking for that thing, it's not here. Not because I'm trying to take the high road, not because I'm more mature than, not because I ain't finna sit up and talk down on nobody like that. Fam, like I'm a retired crash out. You feel me? Like I ain't finna put all my business out on whatever will happen, but like I'm not finna sit up and play high and mighty and all that. That's why I done kept my motherfucking mouth closed. You feel me? Not only have I not been spreading mess, I'm also been judging them motherfucking body. You feel me? So, you gotta let folks cook in they situations how they cook. You feel me? Y'all let motherfuckers cook how they cook. But then can't nobody say I'm lying about any pressure I've had. Me. So
here's another amendment for 2025. And I made my video about Dorothy Dandridge and Marilyn Monroe. That was for Black American women and women of Latin culture. We were discussing how racists in America like to say.
So you're saying you can create your
Leslie Carter.
look, pretty as I gonna be, never be no gonna be. I don't want to express us. Tell us that they peanut. Man, they walk my life, such a season, better high. Come in and make sure you be simple, that don't you can see. Hey, I got the thought that I but let get into me. They get on wax and cook it up, no like it's everybody do like
If you're unsure or unaware of your eyeglass prescription.
A little bit of breaking news for you here. If you are born in the United States, you are an American. That is not breaking news. That is something that is written in our Constitution and has been true for the duration of all republic. That said, Donald Trump was sworn in for his second term 30 days ago. He signed an executive order that proclaimed that to no longer be true. This, of course, was immediately challenged in court. And among the federal courts it was laughed out of was one in Washington State. Seattle-based federal judge ruled that Trump's executive order could not go into effect. The judge passed an injunction against the executive order going into effect. The Justice Department, the Trump administration then appealed that. They appealed it to the Ninth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals, which sits on the West Coast. And tonight, a three-judge panel of the Ninth Circuit has just declined the Justice Department's request to get rid of that judge's injunction to let Trump's executive order go into effect. The reason this is important is because This sets up potentially a rocket ship, very quick trip to the United States Supreme Court. When Trump passed this executive order, he knew he had to know that it was blatantly unconstitutional. The point of passing it anyway, signing it anyway, was to get the Supreme Court to rule to effectively change the Constitution, to make it so that if you're born in this country, you are no longer a citizen. With this ruling tonight from the three-judge panel on the Ninth Circuit, this will have to be teed up or challenged directly to the U.S. Supreme Court just to tell me it first matters that Trump has provoked a conflict with U.S. law and constitutional understanding about that is going to the Supreme Court. A little bit of breaking news.
You don't need a second job. You just need to learn these AI tools. Disappear for 1 month.
We hear women come out and talk about how successful they are and how intimidated men are. And they never say a word about their kiddo. I just can't help but think about how turned out women do. When the men leave with money and you would accomplish it, they end up having nothing but unavailability and coldness and lack of emotional development, because that, unfortunately, is what it takes to succeed in certain careers. If you can look it up. And for some reason, women think that the success that they've amassed has somehow happened without them becoming devoid of a lot of the personality and relationships that men are devoid of. And they flex their accomplishments and money the same way men do. And somehow we make it different every time. Every time. No disrespect to you, but you can say about being a good woman. Or nothing. Why didn't you say no? I'm just on that, bro. I didn't say no about treating them nerds. This is about a larger point. This is not about her as an individual. We don't hear I'm successful. I got my degree and I've been in therapy the last 3 years working out my issues. I just bought a house and I also identified my childhood trauma and took inventory over my baggage and I got it out the way. Oh, also, I'm loyal. My time management is on point. I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm considering we never hear any of it. What I hear is when say that y'all act like, when men say that y'all are turned into alphas, what we're talking about is the worst parts of manhood. Y'all have taken it on.
The commerce is booming.
The earth is flat, and this is why you've been lied to about everything. Space, oceans, and even the sky itself. Let's break it all down, one shocking detail at a time. Here's the issue. Astronauts claim to explore the vastness of space, but why do all their training sessions happen underwater? Think about it. If space is a vacuum, why simulate it in water? And those spacesuits. We're told they provide oxygen for up to 68 hours, but advanced scuba tanks max out at just an hour. How does that add up? Then there's the rockets. They don't shoot straight up like you'd expect. They curve and disappear beyond the horizon. Where are they really going? And why do we see strange ripples in the air after launches? Ripples that look suspiciously like waves in water. Here's the most unsettling part. During spacewalks, tiny bubbles can sometimes be seen floating across the screen. Are they really in space, or are they filming in massive underwater facilities? What if space isn't what we've been told? What if it's not a vacuum, but something entirely different? Ancient texts and modern theories point to a firmament, a solid dome above us, separating the waters below from the waters above. If that's true, then the sky might not be an endless expanse, but a massive barrier holding back the oceans of the heavens. And rockets, they're not exploring the universe. They're slamming into this firmament. Watch a rocket launch closely. You'll see what looks like water ripples when they reach a certain altitude, almost as if they're hitting an invisible ocean. Now let's talk about the moon landing. How does a spacecraft built with 1960s technology, less advanced than the phone in your pocket, travel hundreds of thousands of miles, land perfectly, and then return without a hitch? The flag waves without air, shadows down the line. It's as if the entire event was filmed on a soundstage. And then there's Elon Musk. His rockets are celebrated as technological marvels, yet they all seem to fail at the same point. Could it be that they're colliding with the firmament, unable to break through? And those astronauts, look closely at their training photos. They're equipped with snorkels and oxygen tubes, clearly designed for underwater use. Some speculate that most of the spacewalk footage was created in NASA's underwater training facilities. Even natural phenomena might be clues. The stars twinkle almost like light passing through water. Could this be evidence of the waters above, refracting light from beyond the firmament? Still think everything you've been told about space is the truth. The evidence suggests otherwise.
You need money and you're a homeowner. What do you want to do? Yes. You still laughing now? What the fuck, man? What is this dude? Stop saying that, man. Here we go. I don't recommend it. I gotta get rid of this car. Everybody saw us on the road. I need to get back to this. You gotta get rid of this car. Okay. You wanna tell me what this is about? No, we don't find this car.
What time did you come in?
I don't know. What's too late?
Coffee's hot. There's an article about Junior Seau. Did you know this?
No, aboard a silver SUV with Rhode Island plates. Authorities continue to search for any additional evidence, and we will.
And
What?
the guys in the locker room talking about this?
About what?
Seau.
I don't know. I gotta run to practice.
Aaron, tomorrow. Important. I need to talk to you face to face. Jumping on a plane in Boston.
What do you want to do? Hey. Yes. You still laughing now?
For my dog, he's stuck in his circle.
I'm not the scientific job. I was landed up like, but yo, that's funny, so it's fine.
Oh, okay, I can't believe I'm still recording.
This is Drew.
Yeah, man, you trying to be. Yeah, man, ain't trying to be rude, but you came to me. I understand my car got broken into. This Atlanta, this is what we do. We have fun right here. We ain't asking the news people. They already done got locked up. We steal it. We breaking the car, steal and we sell it. Let's talk about Whitney Williams. We got Sabrina Morrison. I wish I could get her name right. But let me tell you, so I drink every single thing. She done sat there and she done said that Wendy Williams was cognitively impaired. I ain't never heard cognitively impaired. But I know for a fact Wendy Williams ain't cognitively. I know what impaired is. Because my grandma, she's hearing impaired, which means she can't really hear us like that. We got to yell when we talk to her with a fast. But on the Breakfast Club, we had Charlamagne, we had Jess Hilarious. They was sitting there talking to Wendy Williams. The lady the caution lady, that's her lawyer and stuff like that took all her. She wasn't even like paying attention to anything. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. She a lawyer. But this reminds me of the movie I'm trying to talk a little good. That's Biggie Bunny's, man. This reminds me of the movie that's called I Care a Lot. It was lawyers that find some old rich people that go to their house and they'll tell them something wrong with them. They take everything they got and they send them to a little retirement home and they act like they are their guardians. You feel me? And the elderly people, it look like something wrong with them because they like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with me. Get me out of here. So now it's making it look like something really wrong with them. And them lawyers just living their best life while these people just sitting living in a little retirement home with the crazy folks. Ain't nothing wrong. They got all their money. That's what they did to Whitney Williams. But I know for a fact Whitney Williams ain't completely impaired. She's not. I heard her on the Breakfast Club. She's talking all normal and stuff. I'm like, who is that? The last time I seen Whitney Williams, she done had an episode. She had an episode. She was going crazy. But listen though, she's rich. I'm poor, right? She up here. I'm down here. Listen to me. I'm trying not to look you in your eyes because if you keep looking at me like that, it's going to be a problem. She's rich. You listen? Caution lady. She act crazy one time. It's televised. It's everywhere. Now all of a sudden, she's completely impaired, right? They done put her in her home and took everything that she got and called her crazy. They deemed her crazy. I'm poor. I act the fool. I go to jail for 1 or 2 days. I get out. I'm back normal again. I just had a little episode. They ain't do Wendy like that.
They done got her in the home. She can't even escape. She can't get out. If she do escape, they gonna bring her back like she in prison. She said she felt like she was in. She said she got one chair, one bed, and one. She done worked so hard for all of this, and y'all sat there and put her in a place like this. That's how y'all do. That's how y'all doing, Black Americans. That's just wrong. That's just how I feel. I don't really like that too much. And now that you know Sabrina married, what's her name? I gotta get her name right before we start this interview. Sabrina Morrissey, right? She a lawyer. She might sue me. I'm hoping that she'll sue me for too much because all I got is I got about $50 on my food stamps there. It's okay she sued for my $50 on food stamps, but she doing anyways wrong. Free Wendy Williams.
I'll see what I like and I'll watch it. And I'll watch it. Yeah, me.
I make this shit look easy. 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 I see what I like, then I go out and get it. I make changes, that's why I'm different. I see it before it happens, that's vision. Telling myself I know I like